Hey, Shalawam, Kwame Sha'ala. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaChadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of GMS that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalawam, and Shalawam unto the hopeful elect, Kwame Sha'ala and Abad the Ball. And yeah, man, just want to comment on this video. I don't think this video is going to be too long. I think I'm going to hit maybe one precept. But I like this video that Shalawam Israel 777 posted. Name of the brother's channel. That's the name of the brother's channel, and the name of the brother is Hawashai Zion. He's the older brother, and it says here, radio host rebukes adulteress entitled woman on live, and that's the part I'm going to play. I'm going to play the part where the talk show host rebukes this adulterous woman, this clamorous and foolish woman, and pretty much for the most part, that's how these American women think. The majority of these American women, North American women think. These women over here in the West think, they never take responsibility or accountability for their actions. They always blame the man, even though they're making the wrong decisions. Right? It's always the man's fault. Here it is. They have all this liberty, and they're destroying themselves, and they're not making the right decisions. You have nobody to blame but yourself, and this is what you have to deal with. And I like the commentary that Hawashai Zion gives, going into his own experiences when it comes to dealing with these Babylonian women over here in America, on how they always bring folly to the table, and how you have to always rebuke them. But that's why we have these scriptures. And, the older brother, he goes into Proverbs, the 5th chapter, and he breaks it down and he gives his commentary. But, it makes me think, when listening to the writings of Solomon, going into Proverbs, going into the Song of Solomon, going into, Psalms as well, and also Sirach, Ecclesiastes. There's a lot to extrapolate, right? I'll say this, man. King Solomon's lectures, I strongly believe, through the Spirit, just how I'm looking at it and reading it, are not designed to fill our heads with notions, because that's how people in the world feel when they read the writings of Solomon, right? I'll just say this: Solomon's lectures are not designed to fill our heads with notions or with matters of nice speculation of things that could happen, right? Or doubtful disputation. But his lectures are set up to guide us, and guide us when it comes to governing ourselves in this wicked and temporal evil world, so we can serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai correctly. And that's what you get when you read the book of Proverbs, when you read the book of Songs of Solomon, when you go into the book of Psalms. All of those writings, man, it's teaching you how to govern yourself so that you may act prudently when it comes to serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and your own interests. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm going to play this, and I'm going to get some precepts. Lord willing, this will be edifying. Here we go.
And you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you, because you don't let any...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you, and you're talking over...
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Oh, okay. Let me, can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay? Mm-hmm. My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your
fault
big
for
concern.
being-
Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't
Who's
beat me until after we got married.
you're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh my God, you are.
You are still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're
this
insane.
video. It is unbelievable.
You can't
It is
believe what?
unbelievable. I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right, and I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat's ass. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me.
Yep, that's right.
She hung.
That's right, man. And it's true, you know. And this guy, he exposes this girl's impudence, her stupidity, her rude behavior. You know. But let me get Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13 here. It's true. They're insane. These women are insane, and they're stupid. They're clamorous. You know, and they always choose a bad man. They don't choose a good man. That's why a man is supposed to choose your husband, which is your father or your brother. A woman can't find a good man. A good man has to be given to her. And it shows you that in this society. Right, she's given all this liberty, and what is she doing with it? Destroying herself, and then blaming others for her problems, especially the men, blaming the men for her problems. That's not my fault. You opened your legs, and you were beaten for 2 years by a deadbeat. That's your fault. Don't blame me. So this is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. That's right. Very ignorant. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Right? She has no sufficient solid reason to offer. You know, all that she has to offer is either whoredom and wine and new wine. And guess what? All those things take away the heart. And they besought men and make them into fucking fools, man. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to be turned into a fool. You're going to be humiliated if you deal with a woman like that. And that's what the brother goes into. You know, you got to avoid women like this. Right? Very impudent, man. Very impudent. Childish insolence, man. I can't stand that shit sometimes, man. But then again, women are big kids. Very, you know, she's impudent. Shows you the less she has to offer that is rational, the more violent and pressing she is going to become. And that's what you're seeing. She's not rational when it comes to decision making. And that's why the guy said at the end, you know, the reason why I'm still on the air is because I have a huge following and I'm actually right. You know, if you're a person that's right and you're coming with common sense, that means you're rational. And that's why she's in the predicament that she's in, because she's not rational. But I can tell you what she is. She's very violent and she's very pressing. And nobody wants to be with a woman like that, man. Nobody wants to be with anybody like that. Come on, man. She is clamorous and noisy. That's why when you go on, it says she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city. Yeah. You know, in the high places of the city, as if she had authority to give law. Right. Right? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Living after the flesh. Yeah, and she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. That's another precept that comes to mind, because that's all they want, living in pleasure. All right? A hedonist, man. Yeah, man. But, you know, a part of her being impudent, because let me look up that word impudent. Or impudence. Okay, impudence meaning, right? Let's go in here. Impudence meaning, impudence A dint of impudence. Actually, you know what? Let me just dint of impudence. Dint of impudence. All right. See here. Let's see what we got. Impudence. Look it up. Hold on here. Okay, let's look up impudent. Yeah, marked by contemptuous or cocky boldness or disregard of others. Insolent, obsolete, lacking modesty. These women are not modest. They're not shamefaced. They are obviously not modest. They don't dress in modest apparel. When they go outside, especially in the summertime, they're dressing up like they're in the bedroom. All right, but very rude, very cocky, very bold. And they don't regard others, man, especially people who are of a higher rank or position. Right? Right? So not showing respect, especially towards someone who is older or in a more important position. That's these women, man. They can talk to you however you want, even though you have a higher rank. And look at this man. This man is going through that too. Right? That's what he's going in. This guy told this woman, look, man, I've been running a radio program for 25 years. Don't tell me how to do it. And I have a huge following, and I'm right. I'm coming with facts. What are you bringing to the table? But that's the audacity of these women, man. They're very, very impudent, very rude. Here it is, they're being stupid, and they still think they can talk to you and question you. And just talk to you however you want to, however they feel. And that's why this place has got to be destroyed, man. All right? And these are the ones that get the jobs. These are the ones that are put in positions. They're over men. This is what we're going through over here in Babylon. Stupidity. Let me get another precept. What is it? Ecclesiastes 10:6. Hold on. This is Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. Part of that folly is set in great dignity is these clamorous women being put over you. But that's prophecy, right? The Lord said that these things were going to happen. But folly is going into foolishness, man. You have ignorant people that are over you, especially ignorant women. They're over you. And I experienced that even in the workplace, man. Whenever I had like a female boss or supervisor, work was always harder as opposed to me having a man. Whether my boss was racist or he was just an asshole, it was still better being under that guy than it is to be under a woman, man. Because they make everything hard. And a woman, man, especially when it comes to especially if it's hard work, they spend more time thinking about how it's supposed to be done in detail than opposed to just getting the job done. And that makes the job harder. When all you need to do is just keep it simple and keep it moving, man. Right? And then when you put them in your place, man, there's always lashback for doing that. But you got to keep doing that. It's not easy living in Babylon, man. It's not easy. Not easy. And it's only going to get harder as you age and as we come closer to the end. So if you think it's hard now, it's going to get harder later. So Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6, going to read it again. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. And the rich is talking about us Israelites, starting with the men. We're rich in the spirit, but we're poor in this world, especially with carnal things. And that's another thing, man. You Israelite men. Let's just say if you're in a position where you don't have a lot of money, you may be poor, or you may just be broke. Or even if you're just getting by, you know what you shouldn't do? Never date a rich woman. And my dad taught me that. Don't date a rich woman. You know why? Especially if you're not rich. Because those two things don't mesh together. A rich woman being with a working man. Just a working man. That you never see that. It's always the other way around. You have a rich man always going with a poor woman. Why is that? Why is that? But what you should be doing is just get a poor woman or a broke woman that's semi-hard working and that's a little bit humble. You're good to go. You know why? Because she's able to upgrade. And while she's upgrading, she's with you and you put your vibration on her. You know why? Because now she's not used to the high life. She's not as proud like these hoes out here, man. Especially these women with money. They're proud too. And they're stupid, man. Man, I have to serve some of them, man. Stupid. Stupid, man. Asinine. But yeah, you know, and that's the wisdom that Solomon is giving to his sons. All right. Anyways, man, that's all I got for now. That's all I got. So I hope this was edifying. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalawam, and Shalawam on to the hopeful elect. Kwame Ashala and Abad Babal. Shalawam.